Welcome to Giant Radio, where we're all about big ideas in sales and marketing and eye-popping discussions with successful entrepreneurs. Turn up the volume and settle in. Now, here's the founder of Giant Jacks Media and your host, Paul Hitchcock.
Hey, happy Monday. I want to talk about selling and marketing here, of course, but it's really the two broad brushstroke focus areas when you're doing lead generation campaigns. Now, we all have to sell with our business. It doesn't matter if you're a solopreneur or you're a bigger business, we have to sell. And what I often see is just, bubblegum and toothpicks when it comes to people who are growing their business and doing lead generation campaigns and selling. They're, trying a bunch of different things. They're starting, they're stopping. There is no identifiable and repeatable process for reaching out to people, connecting wherever you are, getting on phone calls and all that. So that outbound process, lead generation, has got to be airtight. Really got to niche down to your target market and know who they are and reach out, connect, have conversations. But you can't be treating that like a hardcore sales, machine where the first calls you're pitching and you're trying to get people to buy something. That's not how it works. There's patience involved. You got to fill your pipeline, get your pipeline fat, and just continuously be having conversations with the right people over and over and over. And this involves, reaching out the right way and scaling where you can, automating where you can, but just building a big community of people that are in your pipeline, you've talked to, that you're then massaging through that pipeline. And I often compare it to a conveyor belt where, you've got the conveyor belt moving along and, prospects are going from, becoming aware of you, where they're a little bit warm, hot, and then they're falling off the end of the conveyor belt into your client bucket. And so that whole part of building a business is very, very important. Getting all those pieces of the outreach connected, integrated for the common goal. Where I see a lot of fall off on the back end is, once you're doing the lead generation and you're bringing all these people into your pipeline, having the discussions, now it's the follow through and the closing. And for instance, when you get on that first call with a prospect, you have to have some sort of call to action. You can't hang up the phone call with nothing happening after that, no commitment for anything else. Not that you've pitched a product and now you want to follow up and see if they're going to buy it. I'm talking about continuing the discussion. If all you're doing is having conversations that lead to nowhere, then that's ineffective. That's not going to work. And so on that first call, what is your strategy for having a second call or a second follow-up to continue to get to know the person? This is where having virtual events, which is one of my 5 foundational tools of growing every business. This is where virtual events, where you can invite them to be a guest on your virtual event and interview them about their business, go more in depth about what they're doing. People love that, and you can repurpose that interview for your show into a podcast, into a video, and share it with them, and so they have some nice content. So as an idea, that's a great one, because you get to know somebody in that first call, then you invite them to be on your show, your virtual event that you're doing, LinkedIn events, LinkedIn Live, incorporating those, and it's a great way to continue to integrate with that person. And if you do that show right, you're learning about each other more, so it furthers the discussion. And so when you're thinking about lead generation, that's one of the 5 foundational tools. Get both ends right, the outreach and then the closing on the back end where you're converting, because that can be a big drop off. You have all these people coming in, but you're not converting because you're not closing properly and don't have a tool set up to do that. And wherever you're watching this video, because I stream these everywhere, up or down, there's the 5 foundational tools that I use for every business. Check those out. again, whether you're one person and you don't have a team behind you pushing buttons and pulling levers, the 5 foundational tools are awesome, will help you. And if you're a business, I see many businesses that don't have this, and you just got to do it. Otherwise, it's just clunky, the build and the nurture of your business. So thanks, see you here next time.